To a lot of people, it's just a cup of coffee. It's a little thing. But to some others, coffee is this big, gigantic thing where hundreds of people are touching these seeds to make a delicious drink for somebody on the other side. So we just got back from Tucson and we're back kind of in the Phoenix area. This is known as downtown Chandler, and we're here to check out one of the newest coffee shops and roasteries in Arizona. It's called Peixoto, and they're doing something really cool that I've never seen anywhere else. They're bringing coffee from their family farm up here, roasting it and serving it to their community. So let's go in there and check out what they got in store.
Yeah, so this place was born out of a long time life project of trying to figure out what to do with my family's coffee. I knew I didn't want my family's tradition to fade away over time with the aging of my parents. So I knew that I wanted to do something with the coffee, the family coffee. I just didn't know what. So initially, my husband and I are talking about bringing green coffee from Brazil, distributing to local roasters. The more we looked into that, we decided that we wanted to take it a step further and start roasting the coffee and perhaps distribute roasted coffee. The more we looked into that, we decided let's go all out and put the coffee in the cup as well.
Yeah. It's kind of dark back here, so it's hard to see, but you get it in the light. And,
Oh, it smells amazing, like dark.
Yeah, this coffee is, you know, I hate to use the word typical, but it's kind of your typical Guatemalan coffee in terms of the earthy notes that it's got, but it's got a real nice orange, kind of a tangerine finish to it.
So we chose Chandler because this is where we live. We live in Chandler. This is our community. And we wanted to bring our family traditions to our community through coffee. We felt that we're connecting these two communities where we've lived and where we've grown. So I think that Chandler needed a coffee spot. There's nothing in the area, not even close to what we're trying to do. And we're seeing a lot of support from the Chandler community. We feel like we're part of something. We're part of the food culture and the coffee culture that is quickly growing here in Chandler and in Phoenix as a whole. So it's great to be part of this movement towards better coffee, better food, more artisanal products.
And that's what I like to see in the coffee. You get that bright.
So did you drop it in kind of like at a lower temperature to kind of extend
Yep.
the beginning out to get that moisture out?
Yeah, I like to, depending on the quantity of coffee I'm dropping in, I like to run a drying time of between 5.5 to 7 minutes.
Oh, wow.
I usually run 6 minutes. That's from drop to 300 degrees when it starts to yellow up.
Wow.
That's what I like. 'Cause I like it to be nice and dry when I go into the roast, because it gives me a good uniform coffee. So the roast phase is actually the shortest development aside.
We didn't have any experience with this aspect of coffee. Our tradition comes from growing coffee and producing coffee at the farm. This was an entirely new business for us, a idea outside of our comfort zone. But yet, knowing that we know coffee in its purest form, in its most natural form, gave us the comfort that if we know how coffee comes along, then we should know how to carry it through the entire cycle. And we know that there are just a few people in the country, maybe in the world, that are doing what we're doing, from the crop to the cup, bringing their own coffee and then processing, roasting the coffee and put it in the cup. And we don't really put ourselves in labels or in certain boxes. We feel like we're doing this because it's right for us. But obviously, if it causes a change in the industry as a whole or in the marketplace, that's a great thing. It's an evolution. So we're very honored to be part of what could perhaps be a change in the whole coffee industry.
Fourth wave. The fourth wave.
Could be the fourth wave. I mean, I don't think there are too many people riding the wave yet.
So at this point, I'm watching my rate of change. I'm watching my air temperature. I want to make sure that I've got enough heat above the profile to keep the bean moving. And I'm watching my rate of change to make sure that it's not falling through the floor. So we're going up at about 20 degrees a second right now, which is pretty hot. And this one I'm trying a little different profile this time. I want to get through development a little quicker. So we are almost there. Now I'm starting to get some oranges on there, which is where I want to drop it. So on the surface, this coffee looks a little darker than the last one, but it's so moist on the inside that it's right where I want it to be.
Oh man, that is just beautiful.
Yeah, it's a beautiful coffee. Nice uniform bean size.
Yeah. It's a Peixoto.
So for people visiting Phoenix, coming to Peixoto Coffee, what they're going to see here is a full crop to cup experience. The coffee goes from its perfect state of green seed to perfectly roasted and served cup of coffee. It's really my family's tradition behind the cup of coffee that we serve. What I want to convey to people is that there's more to coffee than simply pouring a good cup of coffee or holding a perfect shot of espresso. There's a lot of hard work, a lot of love that goes on behind the scenes at the farm, by the farmers, by the people at origin that give their lives for someone to be able to taste the sweet and warm notes of a good cup of coffee.
Shantae, have any questions? That's it.
Yeah?
Wait, that was a good one?